going on? What's going on, everybody? We're here in Memphis, Indiana. My brother's low from Tifton, Georgia. I've been here in Memphis. I got a load that I'm dropping in Vernon Hills, Illinois. And then after that, I'm picking up a load on Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin, going to Berea, Kentucky. After that, I haven't picked a load yet. They got a lot of loads. The area is kind of you know, they got good loads, right? But going to Florida, man, I'm telling you, I don't want to go down there, man. So I'm just waiting. And obviously, you know, I want to pick a load with the most revenue, right? Because you know, most likely I'm gonna have to deliver it on Monday. I don't want to pick a load, you know, $1,000 and hold it for the whole weekend. Unless, you know, it take me by my house, you know, I wouldn't mind doing that. But if I'm going any other place, most likely I will, you know, want to get the most revenue, right? So yeah, thinking about that. I'm here doing my 34 hours. I had an air leak in the truck. I here at the loft. They already fixed it. You know, that's the thing with the weather change. You know, the weather change when it get real cold. You know, after being so hot. You know, a lot of things start happening in your truck. So you got to make sure you stay in you know, you stay on top of your game with your truck. You know, I seen that, you know, I was driving and it was barely 100. I said, man, I gotta stop. I gotta check this out. And you know, I did. As you guys know, you know, love take forever to get to you. I got here yesterday, and they basically told me they would see me this morning, and you know, they barely finished my truck. So it is what it is, right? I called the agent, I called my coordinator. They say it was fine, you know, I could deliver the load tomorrow at 8 in the morning. I ended up picking out another load after that from Fort Atkinson to Wisconsin to Berea, Kentucky. You know, it paid really well. You know, mileage wise, paid like $2.60 a mile. So you know, that's a good thing. I gotta try to bring my rate up. I think right now I'm around $2 for the year. You know, which is okay. I mean, with all the situations and everything going on, you know, I tell you, man, every time I start recording, my dog start messing with me. She don't leave me alone. But yeah, guys, I'm waiting to pick a load out of Berea, Kentucky. You know, that's a good area for Mercer. You know, they got contracts around there. The only issue it is, you know, a lot of guys come out of the class on Fridays and Thursdays. Thursdays. So you know, they get first choice, and you know, a lot of those lows, they try to give it to the new guys because, you know, they've been down for a whole week. They gotta make some money, and I understand. But you know, it's enough low for everybody, to be honest. But you know, I'm pretty sure the most revenue lows, the new guys, they're gonna try to get it. And I mean, I understand. They've been down, you know, for like 2 or 3 days, not making money. So yeah, I got like 8 hours left on my 34. After this video, I'm gonna take a nap, lay down, then wake up, take another shower, get my coffee, my food ready, and I got like 4 hours and a half or 5 hours from here, from Memphis to Vernon Hills, Illinois. If I'm not mistaken, let me check the GPS in case somebody correct me. Because I try to tell you guys, but I mean, sometimes, things are not, I don't remember everything to the point. But yeah, 5 hours. So that should be good because I live in nighttime. That way I don't get the traffic in Chicago. And, I did the same thing going through Atlanta. I went through Atlanta at nighttime and well in the morning. And going through, I went through Nashville. Well, I didn't have no choice. And I ended up here, staying here in Memphis. The traffic in Memphis wasn't, Nashville wasn't that bad. I tell you, man, I hate Nashville traffic because honestly, man, the problem with the Nashville highways, it is you got all the major highways going through the same highway, and then when they exit, you see everybody that, let's say they're going to 40 and you're going to 24 like I was. Everybody going to 40, they take all the lanes, and at the end they try to merge to the 2 lanes, so they create more traffic, which, man, just get in your lane, stay where you say 40, stay in that lane. Don't come to the lane they say 24 and then try to sneak in to the to that lane. All you're doing is creating more traffic. And that's why I hate so much Nashville. But I mean, that happens everywhere, but it just, for some reason, Nashville traffic, man, it's one of the worst because it don't make sense at all. Atlanta traffic is crazy too. Chicago is a lot of traffic, but it's construction, so that's the reason why. And plus, you got over 1 million people there too. So I know in Nashville, metro area, you got a lot of people too living there, but it just, people create more traffic, man, than it should be, by doing those stupid things, trying to sneak in, and all they do, and then they stay in the lane that you're supposed to go, to 24, 26. I forgot what it was. One of them two. And all they create is more traffic, man. But yeah, we here. We're picking up that load. I'm waiting to see, man, because they usually pull a lot of good loads from Berea late, mostly Thursdays. Well, today's Thursday, right? Yeah. So it should be, they should be putting some loads now. Since I'm here with you guys, I'm gonna check. And see what's going on, and I'll let you guys know, man, what we find. Like I said, man, Walton, Kentucky to Lakeland, paying $2,252.34, $2.51 a mile. Jesus. Let me sort these things out. Yeah, they got one back to Wisconsin. $1,189, $1.92 a mile. But it's 180 miles dead. That's why I don't want to do it. I called the agent. They usually got loads in the area, and he told me they should be putting more loads in, but I don't see nothing here, man. Like I say, they got, the best low, Fort Pierce, Florida, 100-mile deadhead, 2,269, paying $232 a mile. Haines City from Shepherdsville, Kentucky. I'm not talking to you, Siri. Shepherdsville, paying, Haines City, paying $1,886, $220 a mile. Everything else going to New York, Carrollwood, New York, Brighton, Michigan, which is 290 miles only. I don't want to do a low that short for the weekend. For $591 and then stay up there Saturday and Sunday. It don't make no sense. So I'm debating whether to take that low to Lakeland, man. But the thing it is, it's a good low paying in, but then I'm gonna have to do some deadhead again to go to Georgia. And man, I'm gonna have to do like 300 miles again, 200 maybe, whatever. Then, I got tired of that, man. I got tired of going to Florida. And then coming back, empty, because I refuse to pick one of the lows. They pay $1 a mile, man. I'm not doing that. I know, a lot of people say, yeah, but at least pay for you guys, but for your fuel or whatever. But man, I'm not doing that, man. Just the time you waste in the dock, getting the low and then dropping up the low, take more than paying for your fuel, man. Your time. So, a lot of times if I can't find a decent low, I just deadhead, out of there. And the funny thing it is, they got a low out of Lakeland going to Wisconsin, because I already checked, but it's paying $1.30, man. I'm not gonna do that low, I'm not gonna do it, It just, if you pay at least $1.70, I will do it. And then 40,000 pounds, man, it's too heavy, for that long trip. So then, I'm gonna have to end up going to somewhere in Georgia to pick up a low, and it's not worth it for me, man. It's not, the lower they pay, $3 a mile is good, or it'd be a big low like coming from California, to the Florida, and pay $260, that's good money, But most likely I end up taking the low to Kenosha, Wisconsin, and just doing, staying Saturday and Sunday. My brother lives in Wisconsin, so I'll probably stay, over there with him. So the only thing I don't like, man, I'm doing 181 miles deadhead, and that low paid $1.92 per mile. It's only 11,000 pounds, which is not bad. The one to Leyland is 39,000 pounds. They got another one to Punta Gorda, Florida, which is more south, paying $2,096, $2.18. Only weigh 10,000 pounds too. They got one going to St. George, Texas, New Braunfels, Texas, but they ain't paying shit, man. They paying $1.54, $1.46, and it's 40,000 pounds. Every other low is, Frederick, Maryland, paying $252, 17,000 pounds. Hattiesburg, Mississippi, $1.85, 40,000 pounds. Brighton, Michigan, 40,000 pounds. Carewood, New York, $1.99 a mile, 44,000 pounds. Hell no. Oklahoma City, $1.71. Nah, man. Garner, Kansas, $1.78. So yeah, guys, I just gonna pick that low out of Kenosha. Fuck. The only thing it is, man, I gotta do a lot of deadhead. I gotta do a lot of deadhead, man. That's the only thing I'm not liking. You know, they got loads going to New Jersey, out of London, Tennessee. Man, Kansas City, $1.40 a mile. Oh, man. I just, you know, you guys gotta understand also when I, you know, $1.40, that's what I got paid. Mercer really take the cut. So in reality, those lows in the spot market are like, you know, like $2. You know, when I say $1.40, $1.50, whatever, you know, out of $2 they take 50 cents. So, you know, just like the low they pay $2.62, that gotta be like a $3.40 in the spot market. You know, low. Mercer take their cut out. You know, and they put in the low board. So, you know, it is what it is, man. I think my best bet it is to take the one to Newport, Tennessee. It's just 181 miles ahead, man. And honestly, it pays $1.92 a mile, man. I'm gonna call the agent, man, see if, you know, if he could bring that up to at least $2, man. You know, he paid $1,189.44. I'm gonna see if he give me $1,300, man. I'm gonna try it, but I'm gonna tell him, listen, man, I gotta hold this low for the weekend. You know, I gotta do a lot of deadhead to get it. Let me see which agent it is, because you got some agents. Yeah, I don't think these guys, they're gonna go for it. I already tried a few times with them, and they you know, they pretty firm in their whatever they put in the board, you know. But we will see, man. I'm tempted to wait until tomorrow, but then again, I might get, you know, stuck in Kentucky for waiting that long, you know. But, you know, I'm pretty sure that we're gonna, because we got Shelby, Indiana, you know, which is like 200 miles ahead, right? Which we get a lot of lows out of there, and Berea we get a lot of lows, but it's usually at the end of the week. I mean, at the end of the month. But they always got lows, you know. Let me spam my search. Let's see what happens. If I see something better. Shit. I put 200 miles ahead. The low. Pick a day. Let me fix it to the 14. We got one going to Atlanta. I ain't doing that. $1.93. I don't want nothing to do with Atlanta. Kaufman, Texas. That's why I'm saying the lows to Texas, man. They don't pay that much. Wells, $1.72. Yeah, like Texas is like everything $1.70. You know, they got one to Phoenix. $1.34. Fuck that. Wiley, Texas, $1.73. Yeah, I got one to Jacksonville, $2.11, but 200 miles there. Nah, man, good. Las Vegas, much did Las Vegas pay? $1.25. Fuck that. It's crazy, man. How they pay that little shit going to a bad market, man? Pompano Beach, deep in South Florida, 217. Houston, $1.40. Fuck that. Illinois, $1.80. Wisconsin, $1.58. Yeah, they got a lot of lows, man. They just the rates, man. Going to Alabama, $1.90. That's a good low. Alabama is, it's a great city. Haines City, $2.20. Man, Siri, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you, Siri. Yeah, Mount Crawford, Virginia, is paying good money, $2.62 mile. But the problem is, these lows, I'm gonna have to deliver on Monday, most likely. Let me check here. And then, for $1,000, man, I want to try to get, unless I go buy with the house, right? That's different. But shit, that low got two pickups and 2 drop-offs. Hell nah, going to Virginia. So yeah, I think I might wait until tomorrow. It's a gamble I'm gonna take. Then I'm gonna end up taking a bullshit low, staying somewhere that I don't want to stay. I should pick that low to Kenosha, Wisconsin, and just call it a day, man, and hang out with my family. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think definitely that's what I'm gonna do. Yes, definitely. Let me see. Somebody wrote me a comment or something. Put a short. About the smoothie. I put a short. I was making a smoothie in my Ninja smoothie machine, and somebody brought a comment. Like I said, man, you gotta have things, that you like in the truck. I got an air fryer. I got my Ninja. I buy frozen fruits. I put in my freezer. I got a decent refrigerator, with a nice size freezer. I stock it with meat and fruits. And I just, put some almond milk, ice, throw the fruits in, pineapple, passion fruit, dragon fruit, blueberry, strawberry, banana, and I make my smoothie. And that give me a lot of energy in the morning, when I wake up. Well, the morning for us is 9, whenever you wake up, because like tonight, my morning gonna be 11 p.m. That's when I'm gonna start driving. So yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna pick that low. Out of Newport, Tennessee. It's 180 miles deadhead, man. That's the only thing I don't like, man. It's a lot of deadhead. I just waiting to see if I could get a low, man. They go to California or something, man. A long distant low, man. And that's a good area to get those lows too. Around Kentucky, Indiana, South Indiana. But they haven't put nothing yet, man. Maybe tomorrow morning they will put some, But like I say, if I wait, I might be hit, man. I might end up getting a bullshit low. And I don't want to sit Saturday and Sunday, man, because I already did my 34 hours. between yesterday and today. I already got a fresh 70. So I prefer to be driving the weekend, unless, I go home, I get that load to Wisconsin, and I end up going home. That's always good. If I'm gonna stay anywhere, I prefer to stay in my house, or my family house. But yeah, guys, like I said, I'm gonna let you guys go, man. Any questions? Look at my shirt, man. Restart Logistics LLC, right there. You guys see it? I got the sweatshirt too. Hats. The hats are coming. I just don't sell my merchandise, man, because I know if I put it to sell, it's gonna go flying. I'm just joking, man. Like and subscribe, man. Have a blessed day, blessed week, blessed weekend. Stay safe. I will try to make a video tomorrow, let you guys know what I did. I think I might gamble, man, and just wait, to be honest. I'm tempted to go and commit to that load to Wisconsin, but I'm already gonna stay over there one day, because I dropped this load in the morning, and then the load for Atkinson, I could pick it up, at nighttime, which I'm gonna pick it up around 9 p.m. so I don't have to deal with the Chicago traffic, and deliver at 5 in the morning in Kentucky. So I'll probably pick it up, I could pick it up anytime. So I'll probably pick it up around 7:30 p.m. in Wisconsin, and I'll drop this load early in the morning tomorrow. So when I drop it, my brother lives like an hour away from Fort Atkinson, really close by. So I just gonna, go and park by my brother's house and hang out tomorrow there. So, I'm already gonna spend some time with my family there. I don't want to go back to Kentucky and come back and spend 2 days over there. I mean, which is fine too. If it comes to staying somewhere, I could do that. I could even, we will see what I do. We will see, man. The good thing is, I'm in a good area, man. Like I say, Kentucky is great. I know by tomorrow they're gonna put more loads, so hopefully I get a big money load going to wherever, man. As long as I don't go through Colorado, Wyoming, Idaho, I don't mind going down to LA, San Diego. I haven't been in San Diego in a while, man. I want to get a load to San Diego, man. Definitely. We will see what happens. But anyways, guys, I'm going to cut this video short. God bless everybody, man. Stay positive. You got a question, Restart Logistics. Restart Logistic LLC. Stay positive, man. Stay blessed out there, man. God bless everybody, man.